Hey, welcome to today's video. In this video, I'm going to take you on a personal tour of two of the floor plans that are being built in the east side of Tucson by Meritage Homes at a subdivision called Houghton Reserve. There's some pretty incredible floor plans and some features to these floor plans that you're definitely going to want to pay attention to. I'm also going to share with you one of the unique things that Meritage Homes as a builder here in Tucson is doing that is unique to them. I think it's going to be a huge game changer for anyone considering buying a new build home. You're definitely going to want to pay attention because I think it could have a big impact and help you out significantly. So I'll mention that in this video. I'm also going to talk a little bit more about what sets Meritage apart from other builders so that you know why so many people are choosing a Meritage home when comparing builder to builder. So without any further ado, let's jump in. Now, as we start, one of the first things that I want to do is just talk with you a little bit about Houghton Reserve. This community has been open now for a little while, and they originally started with about 13 floor plans. Currently, they offer 5 floor plans, and that could be changing over the course of the next 6 to 12 months as well. So just keep in mind from the date I make this video, if you're watching this 6, 12 months down the line or later, it might be a little bit different, including pricing. If you want up-to-date pricing and availability, just comment price in the comment. I personally will look up the price, give you the up-to-date information. That way you've got it at your fingertips and make it easy. All right, so a couple features about this neighborhood. There's 100, I'm gonna look at my notes here because I look at a lot of new construction homes with buyers and a lot of different communities that I visit. It's hard to keep it all straight. So I've got my cheat sheet here. 226 lots, so it's a pretty big community located in East Tucson. And to be honest with you, I'm pretty familiar with Tucson, having worked over 15 years as a real estate appraiser and a real estate agent. This reminds me a lot of kind of the Oro Valley, if you will, of the east side. I don't know if you can see, but we're a bit elevated here. You've got an incredible view of the Santa Catalina Mountains. And the community kind of goes down into a bit of a valley, and it's just an amazing community. This is absolutely one of my favorite communities on the east side from one of my favorite builders, Meritage Homes. They've got homes ranging in size between about 1,460 square feet to 2,690 square feet, 2 two-story floor plans, 3 or 4 single-story floor plans, and they've got about 50 lots left. Now, again, all subject to change in terms of what availability there is. So make sure you comment price, availability, leave some sort of comment so I can personally engage with you and provide you up-to-date information and let you know what incentives are currently going on, as well as what the prices are doing and availability of homes. Now, out of all the floor plans, they have 3 to 4 bedroom options, 2 to 3 bathrooms, 2-car garage options with an option to oversize the garage for workshop, maybe put some additional storage, workout equipment, that sort of stuff. So they have some flexibility with their floor plans here. And let's talk a little bit about the amenities that are close. You've got Safeway as right up the road, just a quick drive, probably walking distance, very easily walking distance. You've got some fast food that's located nearby as well within a similar distance. You've got Galaxy Theaters, which is a just nice little entertainment place that's close. You've got some incredible outdoor things to do as well, including Saguaro National Park. You have Agua Caliente, which is a little further north, but still very close to where we're located right now. You have Fantasy Island Bike Park, which is great for trail running, mountain bike riding, just getting outdoors. Is pretty easy terrain. You really have quite a bit to do, and not to mention, if you like off-roading, dirt biking, ATV, side-by-side, or you just want to kind of get out in the desert and explore what the Sonoran Desert has to offer, Reddington Pass Road goes way, way out east, and the start of that road is not too far from here. So whether you're camping, hiking, you want to do some recreational shooting, ATVing, off-roading, I mean, you name it. You are right at the entry to all of these mountains behind me. And because of that, I think you've got a lot of options of fun things to do in this area. Now, real quick before we head in, something that I feel would be very important if I was considering buying in this community is the driving distance to some of the most important places. We're about 18 minutes from I-10. Costco, if you're anything like me and my family, we got to make a monthly, maybe even bi-weekly Costco trip. Costco's about 15 minutes away. The biggest shopping mall, Park Place Mall, where you've got shopping, dining, you know, retail, all that good stuff is located about 15 minutes away as well. And then Tucson International Airport, you've got that within 30 minutes. So a lot of the hot spots, a lot of the big amenities that you're hoping to see and take advantage of, there you go. Now you have some driving distances to kind of calibrate to where we're located right now. So I'm standing right in front of the Meadow floor plan, just over 1,600 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. There are some really, really cool things about this floor plan that I know that you're gonna like if you're looking for something around 1,600 square feet. I think they nailed the functionality of this. Let's take a look inside and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So let's take a tour of this Meadow floor plan. As we walk in the front door, you are greeted by this. Right off of the front door, you've got this office area, could be a den, study, library. I mean, the options are kind of endless. Cool thing is it actually does include a closet. So very easily, this could be converted to a 4th bedroom. Now, that's not an option that the builder has. So the reason that I'm mentioning that is because I work with so many buyers that are buying homes like this. They often feel sometimes that the builder isn't quite able to accommodate exactly what they want. And I think this is a perfect example of that. If you need 4 bedrooms, and this floor plan is really, really functional, if for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath could be very functional if you converted this even to a 4th bedroom, and that could easily be done by just simply framing this up and adding a door here. Already has the closet. So I've got a great network of contractors that can help get bids to do that. It would be, that particular modification would be very easy, and just a small example of some of the things that can be done after the fact if you find a floor plan that you love and you want to make a modification to it. Here's a look at the common area. So we've got the kitchen, we've got the dining room, and the living room there at the end. You do have a laundry room off of the common area as well. And I think for a 1,600 square foot house, to have as much space as this house feels to have, I think is a really unique thing. It's been oriented really well. So it's got this kind of big great room that I'm standing in that comprises the kitchen, the living room, and the dining room. And as you can see behind me, you've got an 8-person dining room table that fits perfectly. You got plenty of space to walk on both sides of this table. You've got a large sectional in the living room. Easily could fit 5, 6 people out there. Great game night, hanging out, eating dinner, whatever you want to do in the living room, just socializing. And then you've got this kitchen. You've got this kitchen that is, I mean, a very, very good size. You've got a great sized island. Easily can fit 3 people at the island here. Little coffee bar built in. All the appliances are included, including washer and dryer. And one of the things that you may know about Meritage as a builder is that they now offer these packages, these design packages. So this is an example of one of the design packages, which include the paint color of the walls, the flooring, the fixtures, electrical fixtures, plumbing fixtures, cabinets, countertops. Everything is pre-selected in a package. Take you a quick view of the laundry room. Now make sure you stay tuned because I am going to share with you something really unique that Meritage is doing, that if you're interested in buying a new build, this is a game changer. You're definitely going to want to hear about it, and stay tuned because I will share that with you in this video. But you know, this living room is very comfortable. And the cool thing is because this is all part of the same room, you can be entertaining in the kitchen and have people relaxing in the living room. You guys can still carry conversation. You feel like you're close, but you've got plenty of seating and room for everybody. And again, in only 1,600 square feet, which is awesome. I'm gonna turn you around and we're gonna go into the primary bedroom now. So this is a king size bed. You've got end tables and nightstands on both sides of the bed. Plenty of space. You got a lot of natural light that's coming through this big window in the master as well, or in the primary. And then you've got this nice open walkway into the primary bathroom. So you've got a great walk-in shower there. And that's a really good size shower. May not be coming through on here, but if you down the road wanted to remove the plastic insert and go with floor to ceiling tile, you could definitely amp this area up, probably gain 6 to 8 inches more room in that shower and really just turn this bathroom up a notch. Easy upgrade to do after the fact. And again, I've got a great network of licensed contractors and handymen, trusted, that I've used personally on properties, and I've referred to many people that I've worked with that we could get bids for you on. Help you kind of sort that out, make sure it's viable. So it's a cool option to consider. Dual vanity, that's probably 7, maybe 8 feet. It's a big vanity, big vanity. Again, if you're in the market for a 1,600 square foot house, that's a big vanity. There's just some features of this house that really stand out to me for the size of this house. This is a great size master primary bedroom. It's a big primary bathroom. The common area being all kind of aligned in one big great room like this is very accommodating and welcoming. I love this kind of speckled granite with the white cabinets. It looks really clean, really bright. Here's a look at the pantry. Stocked up on water. This is a model, so they've got all their extra water for people touring and some extra dishes. So this is the second wing in the house that has the other 2 bedrooms. So we've got a bathroom in here. We've got 1 bedroom, 1 guest bedroom in here. And because this is a Meritage house, if you're not familiar with Meritage, one of the things that really sets Meritage apart is their energy efficiency. And one of the most significant things that they do to add energy efficiency to their houses is that. That is called spray foam insulation. And if you're not familiar with it, what it is just as it sounds. It's a spray foam that insulates the whole exterior of the house, from the roof to the exterior walls. It is completely surrounding all of the exterior walls of the house that really seal the house up from bugs, noise, heat, cool. So it's a huge game changer. The house that we live in, my family, has spray foam insulation in half of the house. It's a story for a different day as to why half of it and not the other half. But it is expensive, but it makes a huge difference. It's 3 to 4 times the price of normal batt insulation, but you're gonna see a significant difference on your yearly utility bills in the tune of thousands of dollars. And I think that's a big difference. Not to mention the sound deadening capabilities, just keeping noise outside as well as keeping bugs outside of your house. Me and my wife have a little bit of a different philosophy on bugs in our house. Not that either of us particularly like it. However, I'm not gonna mention names, but one of us reacts much differently when there's a bug in the house versus the other one. and I'll let you kind of figure out which one of us that might be. Here's a look at the third guest bedroom here, or second guest bedroom, excuse me, third bedroom. And these bedrooms are pretty good size. Again, it's a 1,600 square foot house. So you've got a full mattress. You could easily fit a queen mattress in here. Probably still have plenty of space for your nightstands. And I think this is very adequate. Again, having lived in houses this size many, many times and currently living in one about this size, this is a great option. Very functional space. Very functional space. So last piece that I'll note is behind me here, this is the garage door. Now right now it's being used as a sales office, so I don't need to take you in there. But coming in, parking in your 2-car garage, parking and then walking, you'd walk down this hallway and you would end up right into your kitchen and common area. Next up, let's go take a look at the Finch floor plan. So next, right behind me, we're gonna take a look at the Finch floor plan. As you can see, this is 2,125 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2-car garage, and this is an exciting floor plan. Let's take a peek inside and I'm gonna show you why. All right, and welcome to the Finch floor plan. Now, there is a lot to love about this house, including the smoke detector that apparently is running low on batteries that I just heard a chirp. But we've got some incredible features of this house, but most importantly, the floor plan. I love this floor plan. This is one of my favorite floor plans that Meritage offers in Tucson, but it's not just me. This is also one of their most popular floor plans at this particular subdivision. And I think once we take a walk through, you're gonna kind of understand why. This is 2,125 square feet. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. And as we walk into the common area here, you can see how everything is oriented: kitchen, dining room, living room. And I think, and I might be a little bit biased, but to be honest with you, I've walked through thousands of homes, and from the house we just walked through, the meadow, that utilization of space with the living, dining room, kitchen all in a row, that is an incredible way to utilize space and maximize space. For a little bit more sophistication in your floor plan, a little bit more elegance, and maybe just a little bit more functionality, this kind of L shape is really, really functional. I know my house is currently oriented with this exact same configuration, and it is really nice. So whatever your preference is, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer, but I do think that the way that this is oriented really is very inviting to guests. It gives you a little bit of separation and designation of different areas, dining room versus living room. It does give you, with this house being larger, you've got a much larger kitchen, more cabinets, a little bit larger islands, and check out this quartz. Another thing I might be biased towards, but I have very similar countertops. They look almost the exact same in my house, and I love it. So that's definitely my style: the black fixtures, black finishes on the door handles, hinges, faucets, light fixtures these are gray walls, but it accents really nice with this white and this dark kind of, this is either black cabinets or very dark, like a espresso cabinet. Can't really tell. But let me know if you like this kitchen. No hard feelings if this isn't your style either. Trust me, styles change. I can appreciate all sorts of different styles, but there is something about these black cabinets with the white countertops against the backsplash. I think it's just hitting all the right spots. Here's a look at our dining room. So we're getting a good sized dining room. You can fit 8 people very comfortably here. What do you think of that light fixture? Cool light fixture? I think so. Kind of abstract, fun, a little bit unique. So big dining area, and right off of a large kitchen, living room, plenty of size. You know, if I'm giving you my honest opinion, which I'm sure you value, I'm surprised a little bit that there isn't a little bit more depth here. It feels a little smaller than the length and depth of the floor plan that we just walked through, which was the 1,600 square foot meadow floor plan. But by no means is this small. You could easily fit a nice size sectional in here. I think it seems to me that it's maybe a little bit shallower in that distance there. But you've got 9-foot ceilings throughout. You've got a big 8-foot sliding door in the back. One thing that I will mention is that this floor plan does not represent the package designs that Meritage now offers. This was fully spec'd out at a design center where Meritage no longer offers that. They have, say, 7 packages. I think they have 7 packages that all include, that are pre-selected with flooring, interior paint, light fixtures, plumbing fixtures, cabinets, countertops, you name it. So this, you're gonna see a combination of finishes that doesn't reflect what's available in a package today. Not to say that you can't emulate this to a pretty good degree, because I know that they have packages that are pretty similar, but that is just something to note. So here is a look at the primary bedroom. Bit larger than the primary bedroom we came in before at the previous house. The meadow, very nice. Similar orientation. Primary bathroom, very open. Got your dual vanities there. It's got this cool little pop out. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what you could do. They've got this set up with this, you know, little hutch or table, or I don't know what you call this thing, a credenza. Somebody who's more in the know of furniture, shout out, what is that? I don't know what you call that, but this space is cool. I mean, you could have a little seating area here, and you could use it as a little bench, you know, put your shoes on. I don't know, a reading nook. Is it important to have a reading nook in the primary bathroom? Maybe. Live your life, live your dream, you know? Some cool tile work in here. Very similar sized shower to what we saw in the previous floor plan. Here is a look at the walk-in closet. Ample size. Very good sized closet for sure. Dun, dun, dun. There's the throne. And we've got some additional storage in here. Quite a bit of storage, actually. So again, 9-foot ceilings throughout. You've got spray foam insulation. They really focus, Meritage focuses a lot on energy efficiency, which is really important. I think for anyone who is considering a home, specifically a new build, that energy efficiency can not only, you know, just be something important on the first year that you own a home, but it's definitely important as the years go on of home ownership, 5 years, 10 years. The savings, the energy savings that you start to accumulate, it starts to compound and it starts to make a big difference. So I believe you could use this as, I mean, that's a big, like, coat closet. But you got lots and lots and lots of storage in this house. You do have a pantry, so I just wanted to show you that, because I got confused for a second too, thinking maybe that was supposed to be the pantry, but I thought I saw a pantry in the kitchen, which I did. So you do have a pantry in the corner here. Good sized pantry. If you've seen enough new builds like I have, this is a pretty common type of layout with a kitchen that kind of goes into a corner. They'll put a pantry right there. Pretty functional as well, I will say. So this is really just an additional coat closet, storage closet, you name it. I mean, it's rare that we're gonna have somebody complain about too much storage, and I think that this is a good use of storage. Home office, workout area, yoga studio, not sure if you can see, I mean, you've got so much flexibility that you could do with this room, and it's a good sized room. So you could put French doors after the fact on this. I don't believe that is an option from the builder. However, like I've mentioned, having worked with so many people buying new builds that buy something with the intent of maybe modifying it slightly just so it really fits what they're looking for, this would be an easy modification. And I've got some incredible contractors that can give you some great quotes and do some great work on that. This entryway and foyer, this like entry hallway, is definitely one of my favorite features of this floor plan. It's just very inviting. Big, wide, I don't know, 4.5, 5 foot hallway. That would be your garage door there. So you come in, you got kind of a stop and drop area here. And then you have your laundry room. And again, all of the appliances are included, including the washer and dryer. This particular floor plan even has plenty of room for a sink and some additional countertop space if you wanted it. That is your smart panel that most new homes are gonna have. That's where all of your low voltage stuff is gonna be housed, like your internet, cable, audio, AV stuff. All right, let's take a peek at the area where the guest bedrooms are. So you got 2 bedrooms on this wing of the house here. This is right off the front door. Bathroom, we'll take a look at that in just a moment. Now, as you would expect, this house being larger in square footage, about 600 square feet, 500 and some change. The bedrooms are much bigger. So this room could easily, I think it could accommodate a king size bed. Might be a little cramped for a king. However, you could possibly, I think you could probably fit a king size bed in here. You probably would have some smaller end tables, but I do think you'd have plenty of room. And here's a look at the closet as well. So plenty of closet space, bypass closet doors. Again, something that you're gonna see a lot of. These kind of styled doors, very nice and modern as well. So let's take a look now into the guest bathroom. Dual vanity. Got this closet here. Now, I know that this is finished with something. I don't recall what, whether it's a folding door, whether it's a door that swings out. I don't know. But I'm almost certain that there is finished of some sort. There's some sort of door that goes there. So here's a look at the shower and the tub. And let's make our way now into the final bedroom. So this is off of the front of the house. Again, great size. I believe this is a queen mattress. As you can see, there is plenty of space in this bedroom for end tables, plenty of access to the closet. You even have a dresser in this room as well with, I don't know, maybe about 3.5 to 4 feet of walking space in between, which is really nice. So for 2,125 square feet, another great option, very functional. I think this is a bit of an upscale feeling floor plan. The way they've oriented the space and the way they've utilized this big, huge, inviting hallway, entry hallway, as soon as you come in the front door, which is right behind me. Let me know what you think as we continue through. We're going to look at one more floor plan, and that's coming up next. All right, so now that we've taken a look at the 2 floor plans that they have modeled here, I'm gonna show you a little bit more about this community, and I'm gonna show you the construction process, a little bit of the construction process that Meritage goes through, and share with you a little bit about what sets them apart from other builders, so that when you're considering them compared to other builders, you have some really good things to consider in that whole equation. Now, I want to share with you a little bit about why Meritage for me is one of my favorite builders. I'm going to give you a little context as to why I give this, where my opinion comes from. First off, Meritage, at least in the Tucson market, doesn't really cater to the luxury market, anything $1 million plus. Doesn't really cater to that entry level market either, where it's they're some of the lowest priced new builds in our market. There are some builders that cater more towards the luxury market, $1 million plus, and then there's some that cater more towards that affordability, really helping homeowners realize their first home purchase being a brand new build, which is incredible. But Meritage is kind of in that middle tier, somewhere in the middle between luxury and entry level. Now, that's not to say they don't have some really affordable options in communities, because they do, but that's not their bread and butter. Their bread and butter is middle of the tier. And there's a couple other builders that they compete with that are also great builders in great considerations at that middle tier. Full disclaimer, full disclosure, I am not being paid by Meritage to say any of what I'm about to say. This is my own personal opinion, having worked over 15 years in new builds in Tucson with Meritage and all of the other builders here in town. I've walked through probably close to 1,000 new builds, both in my appraisal practice and helping buyers decide which new build is best for them. And I can tell you from my experience, if I put all of my experience to work and I was a buyer in that middle tier, Meritage would be at the top of the list. And yes, you're gonna hear me talk about the spray foam insulation. It's feel like a broken record sometimes, but it is a big deal. It's a big deal because this is solid. Like, this is sealed up so much better than what a traditional batt insulated home would feel like. You can hear it just in talking in this home. It's like being in a recording studio. I've never been in a recording studio, but that's what I would imagine it to be like. So those of you who have been in a recording studio, you can come in and verify whether that's accurate or not. But it definitely has a different sound to it than, say, a traditional home that has batt insulation. And this spray foam insulation, not only from exterior noise, but bug intrusion, energy efficiency that's just gonna compound year over year, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So I definitely appreciate that they do that standard. They're the only builder that does that standard. The other thing is, having walked through so many new builds in a similar phase of construction like I'm in now, I've seen how the walls are framed. I've seen how the electrical's done. I've seen how the plumbing's done. I've seen how the foundation is poured. I've seen all of the different phases of construction from all of the builders many times, including Meritage. And when I am going through this process, and both through a home inspection process or walking the home with a buyer that we're helping buy and the superintendent, it is very common that there's very little things overlooked. You start to get a sense of where the corners are cut, and oftentimes we see that over and over again with some of these homes. But Meritage, in my experience, has not done that. It has been very consistent that a lot of those mistakes, a lot of those oversights that can happen when a build is rushed, I do not see that very frequently with Meritage at all. So that's another big consideration into my opinion on them as a builder. And then the other thing is personally here in Tucson, I know quite a bit of the staff, from the salespeople to the sales managers to the leadership to the superintendents. I've had the pleasure of working with them many times, and they have a great culture. Now, my belief is that when you've got a great work culture and people love where they work, from the people building the houses to the people selling the houses to the people helping the people sell the houses, that's a really productive environment. And I think it shows in ultimately the quality of the product that they built. So that being said, that's where my opinion of Meritage comes from. and I hope that you can find some value in all of that. In addition, there are some standard warranties that are going to come with a home from Meritage. Much like many of the builders, you got a 10-year structural warranty, which covers, you guessed it, all of the structure from the roof to the foundation. But there's also going to be some manufacturer warranty for your appliances, your HVAC, and when you go through the new build process, myself and our team will be present with you as we go through the different phases of construction, from home inspection, which we recommend you do even though it's a brand new house, home inspection, to your new home walkthrough, where right before you get keys, we're kind of getting oriented to the house and checking for any deficiencies or just making sure that all of the finishes are correct. We will be with you through that process, and the superintendent will help advise on how you maintain the home, things to look out for, how to register for warranties, all that good stuff. So that being said, that is why I believe Meritage should definitely be a builder in Tucson that you consider. As promised, I'm going to share with you the unique thing that Meritage recently started doing that I think is going to make a big difference for you considering buying a new build. Historically, one of the biggest challenges to buying a new build can be the changing in closing date, or when the house is done, because we can't close on a house until it's done, until the builder has officially gotten their certificate of occupancy. Now, it's been interesting with Meritage how they've approached this, because it has been an ongoing issue, and now what they're offering is a guaranteed closing date, which is unique. Again, it's the only thing the only builder that is doing that. We may see some other builders start to do that, and I think one of the biggest advantages that gives is for most buyers, whether they're in a lease, whether they have a home to sell, whether they're moving in from out of state, it is a lot easier to have a set in stone closing date that they can depend on, and they don't have this floating closing date based on when the home is expected to be completed. So the cool thing about this guarantee is, if for some reason Meritage missed this guaranteed closing date, they would give you up to $5,000 in credit towards your closing costs. Now, you and I probably both know that because they're providing that guarantee, it's very unlikely that would happen. But there you go. Now you've got an idea of what Meritage is doing to really help buyers through the home buying process and make it that much better. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe for more. And until next time, I hope to see you around the neighborhood.